Eren Yeager is one of the most well-written, monumental, and influential characters in anime history. From the very start of Attack on Titan all the way to the last episode, Eren Yeager left a tremendous impact on us as viewers, regardless if we loved or hated him or agreed or disagreed with his methods. He embodied what some may deem as a hero, villain, but in my opinion, he embodied what it means to be human, trying to find his way in this world, what we all go through. This is my take on what we all can learn from Eren Yeager. What's up, BP Squad? It's Spence Crosby back with another video. Today, guys, we're going to take a deep dive into one of the most influential characters in anime history, Eren Yeager, and what we can learn from him and how can we apply it to our lives today. Now, Eren Yeager is one of my favorite characters in the Attack on Titan series, but he's also one of my favorite characters in all of anime. I think he's incredibly and realistically well written, but he's also pretty relatable when it comes to the human experience. From his love and care from friends, family, and a special someone, hard decision making, roller coaster of different emotions from grief, love, happiness, and more, all the way down to sacrifices and, of course, suffering. All of us have experienced this, and we will also continue to experience this in this intricate game we call life. When it comes to our divine purpose of living, I believe it is these tests that come into our lives to either better or worsen us. However, I believe the former is our end goal, and this is what I call the human experience. And I believe the trials and tribulations of Eren Yeager's journey can teach us all something to help with our own personal journey. And that first thing is perseverance. Now, what exactly is perseverance? Perseverance is persistence in performing a task regardless of difficulty or delay. It's continuous action around the purpose. Eren Yeager embodied perseverance. We always seen that from Eren Yeager throughout the entire Attack on Titan series. As a matter of fact, those two sayings is always going to be etched in the back of our minds. Keep moving forward and fight. What we always seen from Eren Yeager from the very first episode, Eren Yeager was always persistent in whatever he wanted to accomplish. From the moment he wanted to save his mom, that moment when he wanted to become a scout, to of course, kill all of the Titans. Little did we realize he had a Titan power himself, but Eren Yeager always stayed on the path. He was always persistent in what he needed to accomplish. And that quality alone is what I always loved about Eren Yeager. He always showed that persistent attitude. Just imagine you being that individual that's experienced so many different hardships, losing your mom, friends, seeing hundreds and hundreds of people just slaughtered in front of you. Imagine seeing that. Now, of course, guys, we gotta add that Eren Yeager was inextricably bounded by his Titan abilities. Nonetheless, he kept moving forward regardless of difficulties, delays. Eren Yeager always stayed on the path. Perseverance is something that we naturally have when we're toddlers. Think about it. When you see that little kid bust his head, he laughs, he might cry, but guess what? He's gonna get up and try it again. But as we grow older and older, we allow our family, our peers to kind of deter us and tell us to take a step back. Maybe you should rethink this. Maybe you can't do this. We start to create that doubt. And that's what causes us to lose some of that perseverance. We start to doubt ourselves. We start to be like, you know what? Maybe I can't do this. Maybe I can't move forward. Again, keep in mind, when you persevere through something, you do it by any means necessary, regardless of difficulty, delay. You have continuous action around that purpose. So we look back and we look at Eren Yeager's journey and we look at all the trials and tribulations and we say, you know what? He persevered through. Of course, we know it's an anime. We know it's fictitious. We know that already. But how can we apply this to our lives? Move forward regardless of the circumstances that you're in. You might not have the best genetics when it comes to building muscle. You might not be the fastest or smartest person. But guess what? You have to move forward with what you have. And that's what makes a strong individual. You gotta have that persistence about yourself. You gotta always strive forward to accomplish your goal. And again, that's what relates us to Eren Yeager, remaining persistent at the task at hand. Keep moving forward by any means necessary. The second thing we can learn from Eren Yeager's journey is the unwavering discipline. Now, discipline and perseverance kind of go hand in hand, but think about perseverance as kind of being this surge of energy. Kind of like what Eren Yeager was saying, Tatake, Tatake. That kind of reminded him like, you know what? I gotta fight. You know how you have sagas and arcs being smaller parts of that saga? Perseverance is gonna be the arc, whereas saga is gonna be discipline. So when Eren Yeager has those moments, that's his perseverance. But discipline, he knew he had to stay true to the path all the way through. It's unwavering. He knew that the journey had to be completed. Again, I want you to comment below if you think he was bounded by destiny, or was it more or less his unwavering discipline? Let me know in the comments below. In the beginning, he wanted to kill all of the Titans, but that changed. He realized that the Titans were his people. So then he was like, you know what? I gotta get rid of Marley. Not only Marley, but the entire world. I gotta save my people. All of the different trials and tribulations Eren Yeager had to go through. Just imagine being in Eren Yeager's mind. All of these different images, violent images, loving images, just playing throughout your entire mind. You can't get away from this. You see all of these images play out. And guess what? He still remained disciplined to the plan. He knew it had to be done. And that's what I'm gonna tell you guys. You have to be disciplined. You know when something needs to be done, it has to be done. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Kind of similar to what I said earlier. Perseverance and discipline go hand in hand, but discipline is the long game. Can you stay true to the very end and accomplish what you need to accomplish? That's what we can learn from Eren Yeager. Stay disciplined in what you need to accomplish. It's not always gonna be easy. Some days are gonna be extremely difficult, but you gotta remind yourself, keep moving forward because you know it has to be done. As you're on your journey, you're gonna experience hardships, obstacles. That may come in the form of strangers, friends, family, spouses, but you know what? Stay disciplined, because again, it has to be done. The third thing I love about Eren Yeager is that he's a hard worker. I'll never forget that moment when Eren Yeager was going through that ODM training to become a scout, and he just couldn't stabilize. Everybody else stabilized the ODM gear, but Eren Yeager just couldn't get it to stabilize. And I'm just like, man, what is he gonna do? I'm just sitting there like, maybe he's just not that talented. But we come to find out, the ODM gear was trash. So the fact that he was able to stabilize for a short time with that bad ODM gear should tell you something. My man was persistent and disciplined in his focus. He knew from the moment that his mom was killed that he wanted to avenge her. And what better way to avenge her than through the scouts? Because you go out there seeking the smoke from the Titans. Literally, the smoke from the Titans. So Eren Yeager wasn't gonna be denied his moment. He worked his butt off. He knew it had to be done. Even the first time when he fought Reiner, that kind of ties into perseverance, but that also shows his work ethic. I remember guys just sitting back watching Eren Yeager versus Reiner. And I'm just thinking like, he don't stand a chance. He just doesn't understand. But guess what? He stayed focused on the task at hand. Eventually he got Reiner, and he showed what hard work and determination will get you. And that's what I love about Eren Yeager. The dude just works hard. He doesn't stop. He just keeps going and going. Like he said, keep moving forward. And that's what I want to tell you guys. Work hard. Because you know, when you work hard for something and you finally accomplish it, it's the best feeling in the world. Think about your first set of 20 to 25 push-ups in a row, your first pull-up, your first muscle-up, your first time benching a certain amount of weight, squatting a certain amount of weight. Feels good, doesn't it? Because you know your hard work is finally paying off. I can recall the time when I first got my handstand. Just looking back at past videos, I'm like, man, I came a long way. But guess what? I kept staying persistent and I worked hard at my goals. And that's what I want you guys to do. Always work hard. Not for the people around you, but most importantly, yourself. And the last thing I want to add from Eren Yeager's journey is determination. Probably my personal favorite because Eren Yeager is determined. He's focused 1000% on his purpose. And that kind of reminds me of myself. Regardless of the circumstances, I'm always gonna remain determined. And keep in mind, perseverance, discipline, determination, they're all relatively similar. But with determination, it's a bit different. Let's say you're trying to accomplish the handstand. You keep doing the same things day in and day out throughout the entire month, but you still can't do a handstand. You're determined, so you make the necessary changes to finally achieve the handstand, which will give you victory. Perseverance is the endurance. Determination is the will. Think about Eren Yeager. When he was on that ODM gear, it was trash, but he was determined to defeat Reiner, Annie, even that crazy moment when a Colossal Titan appeared. My man just jumped up and was like, I'm ready for the smoke. I'm like, what is wrong with Eren Yeager? But guess what? He was determined to defeat the Titans. And that's probably my favorite characteristic when it comes to Eren Yeager. He has unwavering determination. And that's what I want you guys to have. When you want to accomplish something, you have to be determined, regardless of the circumstances. You might not like them even a little bit, but guess what? You have to remain determined to accomplish your goals by any means necessary. Determination will take you far. Perseverance is cool. Again, it's the endurance. But determination is the will to make it happen. So think about those 4 different characteristics we just talked about. Discipline, being that string. Perseverance is attached to it. Determination is attached to it. And hard work is attached to it. These all go hand in hand, and it's critical for your success in whatever you want to do. Discipline is going to instill all of these attributes to a degree, but it's like having that extra burst. You got to have that endurance, perseverance, that determination, the will, having a hard work ethic. These are critical attributes, guys. And that's what we can learn from Eren Yeager and how we can apply it to our own lives. Don't lose focus, guys. Keep staying on the path and trust the process, as I always say. And be sure to let me know in the comments, guys, if you want future videos like this. We kind of break down the philosophy, the mindset of different anime characters. But guys, if you enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Smash that like button. Most importantly, make sure you are properly subscribed. I'll see you guys next Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Peace and love as always. And nah shade. Boom. We out, baby.